December 3rd is approaching fast, and if you rely on Social Security income, there's important information you need right now. The Social Security Administration has officially released new payment updates that could bring a sizable deposit to your account this week. What most people don't understand is that not everyone is paid on the same day, and your exact payment date depends on several rules that many retirees don't even realize exist. The big number being talked about is a potential $2,100 payment, adjusted according to the latest cost of living increase. But whether you get this December 3rd deposit depends entirely on your date of birth, the benefit category you're in, and the year you filed for Social Security. Currently, thousands of seniors across the country are refreshing their bank accounts, wondering why their payment hasn't arrived, while others are receiving unexpected deposits. Confusion is spreading everywhere, and misinformation on social media is only making things worse. Over the next few minutes, I'm going to explain exactly who qualifies for the December 3rd payment, how the new benefit numbers were calculated, and most importantly, what steps to take if your deposit is late. But first, let's answer the question you're probably asking. Why December 3rd? And why does everyone keep mentioning this $2,100 figure when everyone's Social Security amount is different? Here's the part the SSA doesn't always explain clearly. The payment system follows a strict monthly schedule, and these amounts come from a very specific formula, not random guesses. This December 3rd payment is part of a long-established deposit calendar the SSA has used for years, and knowing how it works makes the entire system much easier to understand. The SSA separates beneficiaries into groups depending on when they started receiving benefits and the type of benefits they get. Anyone who began receiving Social Security before May 1997 is placed in one category, and their payments almost always arrive on the 3rd of each month, regardless of the day of the week. This remains one of the most predictable dates on the entire SSA schedule. If the 3rd lands on a weekend or holiday, the payment is sent on the last business day before it. But because December 3rd this year is a Tuesday, payments are expected to go out right on time. Things change for those who began receiving benefits after May 1997. Your payment date is determined by your birthday, not the 3rd of the month. The SSA divides these beneficiaries into 3 birthday ranges. Birthdays from the 1st to the 10th get paid on the 2nd Wednesday. Birthdays from the 11th to the 20th get paid on the 3rd Wednesday. And birthdays from the 21st to the 31st get paid on the 4th Wednesday. This staggered schedule was created to reduce the burden on the system by spreading millions of payments across multiple dates instead of one. Now about that $2,100 amount circulating online. It represents the average benefit many retirees are receiving after this year's cost of living adjustment, commonly called COLA. Each year, the SSA reviews inflation data from the Consumer Price Index and increases benefits so retirees don't lose purchasing power. The newest COLA increase applies to nearly all beneficiaries, and December is when many people start to notice the updated amounts in their accounts. But the $2,100 number is only an average, not a universal payment. Your benefit depends on your lifetime earnings, how much you paid into Social Security, the age you claimed benefits, and whether you receive retirement, disability, or survivor payments. Let's go over how the SSA determines your benefit amount, because this is where most confusion comes from. Throughout your working life, every year of earnings is recorded. The SSA takes your highest 35 years of work, adjusts those earnings for inflation using the average wage index, then calculates your average indexed monthly earnings. A formula is applied that replaces a higher share of low income and a smaller share of high income, which is why someone who earned low wages might receive a higher percentage of their working income than someone who earned much more. Another major factor is when you decide to claim. You can start receiving retirement benefits at 62, but doing so reduces your monthly payment permanently. If your full retirement age is 67 and you claim at 62, you'll only receive about 70% of your full benefit amount, a 30% lifelong reduction. If you delay benefits past your full retirement age, your payment grows by 8% each year until age 70, meaning someone who waits can increase their benefit by as much as 24%. This is why two people with very similar earning histories can still end up with very different payments. Now let's return to what's happening with the December payments and why this month's deposit is getting so much attention. For those who are paid on the 3rd, December's deposit is their normal monthly payment. But many people are focusing on it because it reflects the full COLA increase. And this is often the moment when beneficiaries can finally see how much the adjustment has raised their monthly amount. COLA isn't added as a flat dollar increase. It's a percentage applied to your specific benefit amount. So someone receiving $1,800 before COLA would see an increase to around $1,857 if the COLA is 3.2%. Someone with a $2,500 benefit would see an increase to about $2,580. Here's another important detail. Even if your gross benefit rises, your net deposit may not rise by the full percentage because Medicare Part B premiums are deducted directly from your Social Security check. These premiums change each year, and sometimes a higher Medicare premium reduces part of the COLA increase. For 2024, the standard Medicare Part B premium is $174.70 a month. Higher income beneficiaries pay an additional surcharge called IRMAA, which is based on income from 2 years prior, meaning your 2024 premiums are based on your 2022 tax return. Another group with different payment rules is SSI recipients. Supplemental security income follows its own schedule. SSI always pays on the 1st of the month unless the 1st is a weekend or holiday. If that happens, SSI pays on the previous business day. That's why SSI recipients received their December payment at the end of November. SSI is a separate program from Social Security retirement benefits, although some people qualify for both if their income and assets are low enough. Now let's talk about what happens if your payment doesn't show up on time. Most people receive their money through direct deposit because it's fast, secure, and ensures access on the exact scheduled date. The SSA sends payment instructions to banks a few days in advance, and most deposits appear early in the morning of the payment date. Some banks release it sooner, others later. But either way, your money should be available on the expected day. Those who still get paper checks, although rare, may experience delays due to mailing times and postal issues. This is why the SSA strongly encourages everyone to switch to direct deposit. If your payment doesn't arrive on December 3rd, don't panic immediately. There are several legitimate reasons for delays, such as an address change, updated bank account information, or the SSA needing additional documents to continue benefits. First, double-check your bank account carefully, because payments can show under different descriptions. If the deposit is definitely missing, the SSA asks that you wait 3 business days after the scheduled payment date before calling. This allows time for processing delays to be resolved automatically. Once 3 days have passed, you can contact the Social Security Administration at 1-800-772-1213 between 7 a.m. and 7 p.m., Monday through Friday. When you call, have your Social Security number ready and be prepared to answer security questions to verify your identity. Your annual benefit statement is another essential tool most people ignore. Each year, the SSA sends a statement showing how your benefit was calculated, your gross benefit amount, and every deduction applied, including Medicare premiums, taxes, or any other adjustments. Comparing this statement to your bank deposits helps you identify any problems early. There are also less common situations that affect your December payment. If you're working while receiving Social Security and haven't reached full retirement age yet, an earnings limit applies. In 2024, you can earn up to $22,320 without affecting your benefits. If you earn more, the SSA withholds $1 in benefits for every $2 earned above the limit. In the year you reach full retirement age, the earnings limit rises to $59,520, and the withholding rate becomes $1 for every $3 above the limit. After reaching full retirement age, there's no earnings limit at all. If the SSA determines you've exceeded the limit, they may temporarily hold payments until the situation is corrected. The $2,100 number being discussed also relates to Social Security's maximum benefit amounts. The maximum possible benefit for someone claiming at full retirement age in 2024 is about $3,822 per month. Achieving this requires earning the maximum taxable income for at least 35 years and claiming at full retirement age. Very few people qualify for this amount. If you delay to age 70, the maximum jumps to around $4,873 per month. At the lower end, someone with a long career in low-wage jobs may receive between $1,000 and $1,500 monthly. This wide range explains why averages can be misleading. Everyone's circumstances are unique.